Our phones, the greatest invention of all times. A little fact book, connection, television, and world. The thing we first check when we get up in the morning, and the last thing we see when we go to sleep. All of this, and we carry it in our pockets. Isn't it great? A little gate to the unknown, and a never-ending inspiration to change the reality that we live in. Back then in pandemic times, when we should have been the most disconnected, this little guy gave us, literally, the light we needed. Many even went further, creating newer ways to assess and help each other in such a dark time that we went through together. I was inspired. I wanted to be like these people. And I thought that maybe by contributing to the development of these kinds of technologies would be the way to go. Therefore, I chose to specialize in mechatronics and... Hola. ¿Qué onda? Estoy en una charla TED, te llamo en un rato. Dale, bye. All right, I'm sorry. Going back a little bit to what I was saying. ¿Qué pasa? Te dije que te llamo un rato, dale, chill. Bye. All right, that was our phones. The worst invention of all time. They're no more than a trap, and I'm a prisoner of the same things that I started to create on my own. I'm an addict, and sometimes I think I even need more light of the phone than I need food. I wish phones were never even created. Some weekends ago, my whole family went away to have a beautiful lunch at a natural reserve, but I refused. I had to write this TED Talk. But after 5 hours, I have nothing more than a blank document, a lack of milanesas, and the feeling that I didn't have the reins of my own life. I just had thousands of videos that I didn't recall or I cared about. I had let down myself, my whole family, and possibly very soon, all those English teachers who had trusted me to deliver this speech. But in this way, a new thought entered my mind. Am I doing the right thing by further developing these kinds of technologies? Am I being counterproductive? I hesitated. At first, I wanted to develop this talk on the wonders and opportunities that technology may bring for all of us. But how could I turn a blind eye to such dreadful experiences? Was I going to recommend the use of something so beneficial, but yet so detrimental to me? In this way, I completely redirected my talk, and I got to experimenting. After watching some professionals in the area, I realized that the main problem with my addiction was the endless stimuli our home screens provide. Red bubbles constantly invited us to check our notifications and enticing colors calling us to always open our social media. After watching some YouTube videos, I got rid of them all. I disabled every single notification announcement, and I changed all my app icons to be made of neutral colors. I also started being extra mindful of the content that I let my social media show me, not hesitating to show the no interested button, and retraining the algorithm through likes to only show me the things that were beneficial to me or that at least I found funny. At first, I feared on missing out, but this was not the case at all. After some time, I got used to only checking my notifications on my free time, and I only missed not so important stuff. Yes, I may have made some family and friends mad, and I may have lost the opportunity to go see Quevedo and Tambionica for not answering some text right away, but I think that overall, the advantages turned out to outweigh the setbacks, and it was positive. Out of this, I learned that there will never be such thing as the perfect invention, but rather tools that we shape being conscious of the potential impacts and benefits it may bring. And out of this, what I want to emphasize is this concept of being conscious, not doing the things out of an instinct or mindlessly scrolling, but rather with an objective, with a purpose in mind. Right now, I believe that my relationship with technology is nowhere being fixed nor perfect, but at least I understood that by creating these kinds of technology, I'm not doing a right or bad thing, but rather just creating a simple tool. Nowadays, as the whole society is leaning towards digitalization, it is impossible to live our lives outside of our phones. And perhaps, why would we even want to do that? But what we can do is, like as we do with people, build healthy relationships, setting healthy boundaries, and deciding for ourselves whether our phones are the best invention in the world or the worst. Thank you very much.